This was posted this week to r/entrepreneur. Okay. Do millionaires need to wake up very early in the morning? So the OP here, he's wondering, or they're wondering, if the key to success is waking up early and having a morning routine. They're considering options like early morning workouts, even ice baths to get themselves going in the AM. This is apparently a big hang up for them in their path to being an entrepreneur. So Jason, what do you think? If you want to be a millionaire one day, do you need to start waking up very early in the morning? And if so, what time?
No, that is not the qualifier. That is, I think, fool's gold. You should figure out what works for you. Some people are really good. Their rhythm is at night. I'm one of those people who've always been that way. But I do think sleep discipline is super important. So there's two things being discussed here. One is discipline around routine. The other is being a morning person. Does that correlate with success? I think being a morning person correlates with being disciplined. If you're a disciplined person and you can go into an ice bath, this is not causation, it's correlation. The correlation is, if you can go in an ice bath, I did it. Somebody gave me one of those ice baths for free, and I traded some advertising with them. It was awesome. It wasn't for me. I didn't like the pain of it. And I was like, this isn't doing much for me. So after doing it 20 times, I was like, okay, great. I don't think this does anything for me. But it does take discipline to stay in that water. And I noticed disciplined people, like a Joe Rogan, is a disciplined person. Obviously, you see him in martial arts, does he work out?
Right. What Joe Rogan says about the ice baths is it gives him a win first thing in the morning. If he can stay in the ice bath mentally, he goes, I conquered the ice bath. Anything else today, I already did the hardest thing. I can face anything else today because I made it through the ice bath. That's the Joe Rogan.
I think being ruthlessly efficient and understanding where to put your time is the key to being successful and being a millionaire. It also means you have to have a plan and take risk. Those are the more important things. So I would worry less about this correlation that we see with some people are extremely disciplined and they like to get through stuff, and then just say, well, what is efficient for you? I've seen people who are like this, who take the pills, who do the walk, who eat the egg whites, who do this, and they never become millionaires, but they're super disciplined because they don't have the other piece, which is taking intelligent risks, knowing when to shut your company down, start a new one, make an investment, and they don't take bold risks. They don't sell their companies. They don't have ownership or equity, in anything. That's really the thing this person should be worrying about. But I understand a young person coming into it and seeing Tim Ferriss and Huberman and everybody talking about these things. Now, I also do optimize for my physical health. And I think there are 4 things to focus on in that regard as a foundation. Number 1 is your sleep discipline. That's number 1 for a reason. And, Brian Johnson agrees with this. A lot of other people do. If you don't get your sleep right, you're going to be a mess the next day. Sleep consists of sleep discipline, which means not eating 2 hours before bed, from what I understand, using an eye mask, having it blacked out, not having noise, all this stuff. And then once you've got sleep down, and routine is also critical. So go to bed about the same time and wake up about the same time. Even if you're a little groggy one day at 8 a.m., if that's your wake up time, or 7 a.m. or 9 p.m., just 9 a.m., get up at that same time. If you fall asleep at 1 a.m. instead of 12 or 11, forgive yourself, but keep the wake up time. Number 2, diet and exercise is 2 and 3 for me. Get those right, eat healthy, and get a little bit of exercise in. Again, your focus is going to go up. Your mood is going to be great. And then meditation. Sounds crazy, but people who meditate lower their anxiety and they have great ideas. I have some of my best ideas when I'm meditating. After I meditate, I will then take out my notepad and I'll write a couple things in my Apple notepad. Boom, every time.